Senator Barack Obama already acting as though he's won the election. His campaign switched into the presidential transition mode, we understand. Is he jumping the gun or just covering his bases? Does everyone do it? Let's ask Todd Boulanger. He's a member of the 72-hour task force for both President Bush's campaigns, and Marc Lamont Hill, professor at Temple University, who I spotted at Starbucks a short time ago, and a Fox News contributor. Now, I said last week, I should say, Mark. First off, Mark, are you concerned that Barack Obama's coming off, even though things are going well, a little bit too cocky with this transition?
Well, I mean, one of the issues here, as you just alluded to, is perception. I think, you know, replacing his the presidential seal with his name and logo was a little dangerous. The attempt to give the speech in front of the gate was problematic. But this transition thing, I don't think is an issue. In fact, in 2000, President Bush did the exact same thing. Clay Johnson began to organize the very same committee in the summer of 2000, and he said that it would be irresponsible not to. And so I think we should hold Barack Obama by the same standard that we hold President Bush.
Todd, is that true? In 2000, 2004, this is what you guys were doing?
All campaigns talk about transition. They don't release it to the press. I think it's a responsible thing to do internally, but to put it out there to help protect you from your Achilles heel of not having any experience is another. Do I think it's a big issue? No, but this is a coordinated campaign by Barack Obama to make it look like he has a steady hand here, that he has a lot of experience. And I don't care how many foreign rallies he has, it's not going to get you to the key to the White House. People want to talk about gas prices. They want to talk about the war on terror. And instead, we're talking about transition. I think it's a little silly.
Mark, what are your thoughts as you sit there and watch him dress 200,000 people in Berlin?
Wow. I mean, hopefully they'll turn out to the polls and get citizenship. I mean, to me, strategically, it's not the wisest thing to devote that much attention to sort of being an international rock star rather than addressing the American people.
So is it somewhat worries you?
It worries me a little bit, again, because of perception. I mean, I think, again, this was a strategic move designed to show that he has the capacity to address a nation and be received as a world leader. I think that's an important point, but if the American people begin to see that as grandstanding or that he's diverting attention away from the American issues, it could turn out to be his Achilles heel in the polls in November.
Todd, the content of the speech itself, we're not always perfect. You know, they cheered when he brought up the interrogation and alluded to possible Gitmo and the problems Europe has had with that. Did you have a problem with the content?
I don't know how appealing to our part-time friends in Europe is actually going to help him in the battleground states like Ohio and Michigan, where people are having real problems. Look, I think the imagery was great for him, but the content, when you're bashing America essentially and trying to score political points with sometimes allies, I don't think it plays well in a general election. Just ask John Kerry.
Hey, you know, just looking at the Quinnipiac poll, Mark, it's unbelievable. I was shocked by this, and I think that's a pretty respected, nonpartisan poll. In Colorado, John McCain is now up 2, was down 5. In Michigan, he was down 6. Now he's just down 4 as John McCain. In Minnesota, Obama was up by 13. Now it's a 2-point lead. Bottom line is, the trend is, it's tightening up. How could this be tightening up when Barack Obama seems to be walking on air?
I'm fascinated by the fact that these polls are tightening up, given the lack of sort of policy agenda that John McCain's laying out. I'm actually surprised by that. But I think, again, it ebbs and flows. I think this is not unusual during this time of year to see polls fluctuate. I think it speaks to the fact that many American voters are simply undecided. And so one particular news cycle, one bad week from any candidate can really make the polls jump 2 or 3 points. I don't think it's too big of a deal, but it's certainly cause for concern.
It's just amazing that it was John McCain in America in a German restaurant, and it was Barack Obama in front of 200,000 in Germany yesterday. Todd and Mark, great job. Thanks for the debate.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, straight ahead at 19 after the hour.